You know, something that you guys probably did not know about me is that I am a fearless man. There are very few things in life that actually causes fear to me. Number one being burglars. Burglars, you know, they don't really care about their life. What makes you think they're going to care about yours? You know, they're out to commit a crime. These people just do not care. They actually broke into my car a few days ago. True story, you know, set me back right before Christmas. Stole a lot of possessions, which really sucks, but, you know, I'll bounce back. But number two is roller coasters. You know, if they don't have a theme and they just drop up and down, you're not having fun. They have to have like some kind of theme or something like a Superman theme. Actually, no, I'm not going to go on Superman, but, you know, like, I don't know. Just have a cool theme and don't be too crazy. Roller coasters are not so much my part. I usually go on 90% of them, but there's just some really crazy ones. But guys, number three is Dragon Ball Legends unique abilities. Now, there are some really nasty unique abilities which I don't want to face. As soon as the match loads up, I see some of these unique abilities in some characters, or a character gets announced. If any of these are included in the character, you guys know that there's going to be a toxic meta. Very much so like LF, Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta, and Sword of Hope Trunks. Now, let's just really quick break down my top 10 unique abilities I fear the most, and make sure you guys comment down below. And, you know, by the way, there are some that I did leave out because there's some like really detailed ones, but this is just top 10 general. So let's not waste any time and comment down below your guys' top 10 as well. But guys, you know, first and foremost is revival and endurance. Now, I'm not... You know, number one and two is actually scary together because number one is revival and endurance. Of course, you could tank rising rushes, but there are counters to that now where, you know, you get punished. Like, for example, you know, LF, Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, Vegeta, they punish you for revival. A unique equipment for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, they actually, you know, take away 2 Dragon Balls, assuming assuming you guys have that specific slot in your guys' equipment. And, you know, Sword of Hope Trunks, there's just so much units now that punish revival units and endurance units like Demon King Piccolo, LF Frieza, and just the list goes on. So those two kind of go hand in hand. This is just like it's just like a pick your poison type of thing. Very, very toxic. Number 3 is cover change, but there's specific cover changes, not just cover changes to blast cards, to arts cards. There's some kind of like Vados where you know, she reduces your ki, or, you know, very much so like you know, Endurance Gohan from the future Endurance Gohan, where he not only does he, you know, nullify your guys' blast cards, but he also destroys 2 cards along the way and dropping your combo. I don't want to have anything to do with that. Just, you know, keep these toxic units out of the game. Number 4 is, this is a really rare one because these were so toxic that they don't make them anymore. Like, they just do not make these anymore, unless it has a little you know, kind of like a 2-for-1. What I mean by that is like locking in opponents. You know, locking in opponents very much so like Good Boo. You know, locking opponents and cards like Good Boo. You could just lock somebody in and then just go for the Rising Rush. Or very much so like free-to-play Red Vegito that came out in the 1st anniversary. They don't make anymore. Or example, Green Bardock, you know, where he locks you in for 10-timer counts. And you could just, you know, straight up go off on that character, you know. You could literally just Rising Rush that character, or just switch the color disadvantage and then just, you know, go off and just wipe that character out. So that is another one, you know. And there's like, I think Ice, or Ice or Nova, I'm not sure. I think it's Nova, where he locks you in, but he also gets locked in as well. That's not the same thing. And as well as main abilities, locking in main abilities, kind of like the brand new Assist, Zamasu, and Rose. They lock your main ability. That's so annoying. You know, just being restricted from possibly your best unique ability, which is your main ability. Number 5 is Color Nullify. Now, very much so like, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, where he just exists. I think it's like 3 times and he just doesn't get color nullified. He's pretty much like Shallot, which is really crazy. So, or, you know, the LF Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta, you know, that actually swaps in and out as a tag unit. And then they, you know, they pretty much not just color nullifies, but switches the color like advantage towards their favor. So that is really crazy as well. Healing is another one. I think every character, it's safe to say now that every character has healing, but there's specific healers out there, very much so like Zenkai Buu, that heals himself and, you know, their opponents, and you combine that with, you know, characters or like equipments that has like health restoration, and as well as LF Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta. And if you notice, all of these, you know, pretty much cover change. Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta has cover change. You know, they have color nullify or color advantage, even more scary. They have healing as well every time they use a card arts, every time they swap, and you combine that with equipments that actually buff that effect is really, really crazy. But, you know, next up at number 7, we got Feint. Just don't feint me, guys. Like, Feint is probably one of the worst mechanics in the game. I hate, you know what? Feint and Paralyze is almost the same thing, but you see Paralyze number 1. Paralyze, I think, is just more annoying than anything because you can switch out of Paralyze, but Feint, you know, man, you're just there. You're just there while your opponent charges up and ready to start a brand new combo on you. So that is really game changer. Not a lot of people have feints nowadays, to be honest. I think it's a really rare mechanic to have. Like, I just don't see it anymore. And number 8, we got Stealing Dragon Balls. Like, Demon King Piccolo. The reason why he's so good right now and why he's very close to Z tier, the Zenkai Demon King Piccolo, the yellow one, is because, you know, number 1, he's yellow, and yellows are on the rise because purples are on the rise, so that's a good counter directly to Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta. I love Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta. And he steals Dragon Balls as well, and he nullifies his endurance, which I put in the number 2 slot. But yeah, and Paralyze is another one. I just hate getting paralyzed, especially like, you know, Hero Hercule. He doesn't get used too much, but, you know, you give a good player that uses Hero Hercule or just any kind of paralyze, like the Red movies, Frieza, which, you know, the green card, not only does he steal a Dragon Ball, but then he paralyzes you as well. Very, very annoying if you ask me. Like, I don't want to have anything to do with that. And number 10 is a huge one. And, you know, this isn't really a unique ability, but it's a unique gauge. Any characters that have unique gauges, kind of like LF Cell, Sword of Hope Trunks, you know, UI Goku with the Vanish and stuff like that. And by the way, there's still one more. As you guys can see, like, here are all of these unique gauges. I believe this is UI Goku, followed by, you know, Trunks, Sword of Hope Trunks, and then we got LF Cell, and then this one right here is one that hasn't been released yet, guys. This is called Attack, so this is still in the data mine base, thanks to Spoon. He kind of, you know, gave that out. Whether or not we're going to get a MUI Goku that has, like, the fist, or maybe that's Jiren fist, I'm not quite sure what that is, but I'm really curious to see what kind of, you know, unique gauge that's going to entail. Whether it be an attack because it's labeled as attack, so not quite sure. But guys, you know, there are a few of them that I left out. Very much so, like, example, cover change nullifying, you know, like there's some characters, specific characters that nullify cover changes. I think like Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, and there's just a few other, like here, like this guy here says Paralyze, Feint, and Tag Switch is probably one of his worsts. This guy says Endurance isn't that bad to deal with now because of anti-endurance cards, passive and ultimates. I definitely agree with that. I fear Blue Bros swap. I think everybody does now. And yeah, it's just pretty much, you know, that's all it is to it, guys. I pretty much almost listed all the main abilities. I mean, all the unique abilities, but there are some, like example, like Revival Gohan. Every time a character uses a card, or like Zenkai, you know, Super Vegito, every time you use a card, you get buffed by that specific card, or you get extra damage buff every time you use a card. That's a really broken one as well. And we could go on like green cards, like Kid Buu's green card. There are so many broken ones. I just wanted to list down a few here. If not, this is probably all of them, to be honest, but this is a few that if a new character comes out, these are the ones you have to look forward, that you have to look for. And card draw speed is a really big one as well. But guys, that's pretty much going to cover up the video. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button, you know, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll definitely catch you guys tomorrow on the next video. Have a good one. Peace.